Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So for today's card share, we're going to be using all Spellbinders dies, and we're making a scrapbook layout of when we took my granddaughter to the farm a year ago. So we're going to use the 4-petal Thank You Floral. We're going to use the Be Bold Blooms. We are using the Landscape Edges, the Hey There set, the Counting Sheep, and the spring chicken. Look at the chicken with the apron, so cute. So anyway, I had a great time putting the scrapbook layout together, so let's get going. All right, so I spent quite a bit of time cutting out the dies. And so I cut the cows and the sheep legs out of Glamma Craft cardstock, and I'm using icing on the cake to darken it up just a little bit. And that way you get the highs and lows like you would in fur. And then for the sheep, I cut it out of Cougar White cardstock, and I used Catherine Pooler's Pebble ink to add a little depth and dimension. I do it on the little, I call it the toupees for the sheep, but that's probably the incorrect term. It's the fluff on their head. And then to make all the other parts the colors that I wanted, I used alcohol markers. So I'm coming in with some, I think it's C1, C3, and C5 of the Copic markers to color the milk can. And I had colored the one chicken using E55 and the other chicken using black. And then I go over them with a white gel pen. So the cardstock for the flowers, I used Pop Tone Pink Lemonade and Discount Cardstock's Hydrangea Purple. All of this cardstock is available at cutcardstock.com. And it's where I go now. I know that many brands have really good cardstock, but not at these prices. And this is wonderful cardstock. So I'm coming in now with the chickens using my white gel. And this is a Papermate Inkjoy white. And they sell them at Target. And I think you get like 4 pens. And I can't remember what the price was, like 10, 12 bucks. But it's my new favorite white gel. So you know those fancy black and white chickens? That's what I'm making here. And you can see I colored the rooster combs up above, and then you have the little heads there, and I colored the beaks, but I need to color the heads. So getting that little detail done on the chicken. And so now I'm going to start assembling. Oh, I'm coloring in the sheep. I'm sorry, the expressions on the sheep are my favorite part of everything. I enjoy the die set, but the expressions on the sheep's face is just so fun. So getting all of that assembled, so I did 3 sheep, 1 cow, and 2 chickens. And I did 3 fence posts, I believe. So the flowers took the most time, and I overdid it. My original thought was to make all these little floral nests and then tuck the animals within the floral nests. Well, that was so busy that I had to change my whole plan. So I ended up just creating smaller floral arrangements and just tucking them behind the pictures on the layout. In my daughter and her husband don't want her picture on the internet. They're very careful, so that's why there's no photos within this layout, which I wish I could do because the layout turns out so cute with the photos in, but we have to respect that. I completely understand it. Here I'm coloring the sheep's eyes so I can get those inserted. And then it also comes with a separate nose. So just using my picker from Gina K Designs and getting all those little things inserted. And the sheep are so cute. I just can't stand it. So on the back, I just put little scraps of cardstock to give the eyes a place to sit and the nose a place to sit within the sheep. So now I'm coloring the chicken heads, and then I'll be able to glue the red crowns on them and then glue the heads and the legs on the chicken. So it's not hard, and Spellbinders has embossed lines, so you know where to, I must be missing a beak or something. You know where to, oh, it's an eyeball. Line up the heads, you know where to line up the feet if you want. You can figure out then how the crown goes on the chicken's head. It's not hard at all, just because they were so thoughtful with their designs. And we'll get the legs on. Look how cute they are. I could do a whole layout with just the chickens. And they come with this really cute hat and apron. You know how you used to do the geese? It used to be a thing to have these geese that you could dress up and you'd put them on your front porch for the different seasons. I think we could make a card with the chickens doing that. So now I'm gluing together the flowers that I ink blended, and then I'll get those added to the green stems I cut out. So the greenery, I used discount cardstock Granny Smith, and I believe it was discount cardstock in Bonsai. So getting some dimension on the cow so that its face sticks out a little bit. So all the spots on the cow, again, Spellbinders had lines on there, or so that you could line up where the spots were to go. There's even one on top of the head. So I'm just getting the eyes placed, and now we'll get the little spot on the head. Isn't that cute? Got the ears on. So here, trying to figure out what it is I'm coloring. Oh, the center of a little flower that's going to go in the cow's mouth. So there's like a little tongue, or it could be just the bottom jaw of the cow, depending on how you want to color it. It's the pink bit right next to the sheep. So I'm assembling the flower that came with the die set, and then I will add that little pink. I made it a tongue, so it looks like the flower was in his mouth and he was chewing it. So you tuck this under the jaw of the cow, and you probably should do it before you attach the cow's head to the cow. Little fun fact from your friend Patty. And then I glue the sunflower or daisy, whatever you want it to be, onto the tongue of the cow. So it's just a little bit of color, a little bit of fun. So now I'm just assembling the flowers. So what I had done was I cut there's the base layer, the dark blue, that is discount cardstock Patriot Blue, and then the light blue is the aqua. So you glue the top to the bottom, and then you glue the berries to the stem. And I didn't want them to be dark like blueberries. I did want lighter berries, just something a little more fun. Maybe they look more like about to bloom flowers. So assembling all the flowers, all the stems came with the die set. These die sets are phenomenal with the flowers. I really enjoyed putting them together. But like I said, I did too much. I have extra florals, which, you know, Mother's Day is coming, so that's not a bad thing. I could also probably stand to make a couple more birthday cards and get those done. So with this set, the red berries, the larger ones, go on the bottom, and then the smaller ones go towards the top. So I wanted just a little bit more color, but not in your face. So I took It's a Boy by Catherine Pooler, and I'm using a stencil from Tailored Expressions, and I'm just making some clouds. So I used the scenery die that I showed in the beginning to cut out the grass, and now I'm just putting some clouds there. And then I got a little crazy with the stenciling. So now I'll add the grass in, and then I'll put the cow with the milk can there. And I'll do stenciling, that same stenciling throughout the two pages. It's a double layout. So we'll get the cow added on, and of course I have to get stuff on it. And then we will get the milk can and add that on. So you can see in the upper right corner, that's the die set that does the landscape. So you can do clouds, you can do a hilly background, and you could do the grass. And because they're just straight across, you can make the grass or whatever it is you're making any thickness, any height, any depth. So I'm just coming in with Copic marker, and I think it was G07, and just going to do a little shading under the cow and a little shading under the milk can. Again, give it a little more depth. Okay, so I had masked off the center of the first page of the layout and done the stenciling with the It's a Boy and the Tailored Expressions stencil. And then this sentiment I cut out with my brother's Scan and Cut. It's one of the fonts that is in there. And now I'm just masking off to do another area with the clouds, and it's going to be one of the areas for the sheep. I do, I believe, 3 areas with the sheep. So just getting the grass cut. It's the same length, or not, sorry, not length, width of the other one, but I wanted it a little thinner so that it lines up better on the bottom. So there's the sheep and the fence. I just am in love with the sheep. So sweet. And the little fence that comes with the set. So each one of these little animal sets from Spellbinders comes with some kind of accessory. The chicken and the chicks, the mom comes with the apron. The cow has the flour and the milk can. And then the sheep has the fence and like a old-fashioned nightcap that's long and has a ball on the end. So now I'm just arranging the flowers. So you can see I've got everything arranged the way I want it. Got the chicken. And then in the lower right corner is my journaling box. So I'll add that afterwards. But I wanted just a little bit more. So I'm adding, these are from Studio Katya, and unfortunately they're not in business, but they're this beautiful bronzy brown gems. So I'm just going to use those up. And I believe Trinity Stamp sells something very similar to this. So they're definitely available there. So getting gems lined up the way I want them. So there's some around each picture, and then I put some around the sentiment. So just getting those glued down. And then I also put some on the very top of the first page on the flowers. There's a gem in the center. So gluing these down, it didn't take too much time to get everything arranged and glued down, and it added a lot. So here's the layout we did together, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. You don't need a ton of pattern paper. You don't need, 87 things to make something look nice. This is just cardstock, coloring white cardstock, and using dyes. So I really love it. So what we used again is Spellbinders, and this is the spring chicken, and this is all Spellbinders, and it comes with the stamp set. So this You Are My Favorite Chick, again, that was part of the stamp set. And then we have the sheep with the fence, which is just adorable. Just adorable. Just for you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll be using that again for sure. And then I love cows. So the Over the Moon, oh, I'm sorry, it's called Hey There, but that Over the Moon for You, the way it just extends it is adorable. And the milk can, I didn't do the handle for it, but you can definitely put a handle on it, and it comes with a little stool, and the cow comes with a hat, which is so cute. And then for the grass, I used this die, the landscape edges, so it comes with the terrain, it comes with the clouds, and then it comes with the grass. And then 2 other things for the florals. I used the Be Bold Blooms, and I used the 4-petal Thank You set, and I combined the 2. So that's what I used, and then all of the cardstock is from Cut Cardstock. This is the, it's Craft, but I can't think of what craft it is. And there's Yellow Jacket, this is Habanero. I used Craft for the cow and just ink blended over it to get the brown that I wanted. The chickens, I used Cougar White, and then I colored it black, and then I went over it with a white gel pen. The sheep is from Cougar White. The grass is the Granny Smith Apple. And it's Glamma Craft Cardstock. So, love that. And then the blues are Aqua and Patriot Blue. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe. And all the details will be on the Cut Cardstock blog. So check it out. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.